Hi everyone, this is VR Mama 4, and I wanted to show you the difference between my GM Neverfull in Damier Ebene with the red interior and my MM Neverfull in Azur with the rose ballerine. This girl, I just got her recently, had her about a week, and I'm a convert. I am a total convert. I always thought GM was the only way to go. I have a monogram video of GM. I did sell that had some problems with the vachetta on the edges. It was an old model. I had it pre-loved, and I had had it a long time. So I retired her, sent her to a new home. But I always thought the MM looked way too small, and I would see some YouTubers who would say that. I've bought a lot of my items from secondhand stores or from individuals, so I had never had the chance of going in to look at the MM. Well, when I did, I realized, you know what, this is the size for me for every day. So this bag I'm going to be using at work. I am an educator, so as a college professor, I have lots of papers, and I'm an author, a co-author of a textbook, so I need, to have a big bag for my laptop and all that stuff. But for everyday life, this size is perfect for me. And again, I am surprised. I didn't think it would work. I am a bigger girl. I'm a curvy woman. So I thought this wasn't going to work, but it does. It's amazing. So I also ordered a Neverfull in the Pavone, the monogram in the Pavone, and I can't wait to show you that. I wanted to have all three prints, and so I sold a monogram and decided to use that money to help fund another monogram. So when I get that, I'll show that to you. I also bought a Victorine in monogram with the rose ballerine interior, and I was able to find that, and I love it. I can't wait to show that one to you. So I'm excited because I have decided against kind of bigger wallets. I was going back and forth, and everybody just loves the Victorine. It seems to kind of be a middle ground between the bigger and the smaller wallet. So we'll take a look at that when I receive it. So I wanted to show you the insert that I'm using in my rose ballerine. Let me see if I can get this out. So this was recommended to me by Miss Panders, MS Panders 10. She used to have a YouTube channel, but she had so many people stealing her videos that she's just now strictly on Instagram. So you can still find her on Instagram, MS Panders 10. And she recommended this to me because she has a rose ballerine. And this is from a Facebook called Creations by Bryn, BRYN. And I talk about it on my Instagram page. I'm starting to do more on my Instagram page, so I would love it if you follow me there. It's the same name as my YouTube channel, VR_mom_. Well, not exactly the same, right? Because I have underscore. So on Instagram, it's VR_mom_of_4. I'll put that in the description. But I talk about that on my Instagram. And I love this. I love this because it helps to somewhat protect the interior of the rose ballerine. I do worry about it getting dirty. But at the same time, I think it's inevitable, right? I had found some markings. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, here it is right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, there it is right there. I have a little bit of markings right there. It's going to happen, so I need to just get I'm going to look into what can I do to get that out. But I think, having it a week, and I've used it already, and I use the hell out of my bags. I just don't see a point to baby them. I mean, yes, to take care of them, but to baby them, no. You want to use them. I try not to abuse them, but I want to use them. So this insert, you can kind of get an idea of how high it goes. Just kind of covers the back part, the bottom part of the bag. I do wish it was higher, but if it was too high, then it would cover the zipper, and that wouldn't work. So Creations by Bryn, BRYN. You can look her up on Facebook, and she sells these, and I paid $25 for this, and I want to say it was a couple of dollars for shipping, so I think that's really reasonable. Michelle, MB Love, she also had one of these, and she started to make them on her own, and she's kind of got me thinking whether it's something I need. She decided it just wasn't for her. because the inside's going to get dirty. But I thought I would try it. The price is really reasonable. So far, I am liking it. But, you know, it is what it is. So you can see there is a good difference. And I'm sorry, I have my clay attached, so I'm going to put that back in there. You can see a good size difference between the MM and the GM. And now I do have a, what do you call it in here? An organizer. This one is from Original Club. And actually just sold it. Because I really don't need it for this Damier Ebene, but I do think it is helpful when you're storing them. So, I don't know. I might buy one that matches, because this is like a fuchsia color. So anyways, you can see the difference in terms of size when I put them together. You can see on the side and definitely on the top. But again, this is a great everyday bag. This is not even all my essentials. This is just, well, I take that back. This is the basics of what I've decided I need on a regular basis. After having the reverse pochette Matisse, I have learned to downsize pretty well. But again, this size is great for, let me open this up. This size is great for when you want to travel or when you want to use your bag as a, you know, something for work, right? So it's the same interior as the other bag, but it just is red, right? Red and black, and I love that. Okay, so I want to do something on these pochettes. I'm thinking about making a video because I love these pochettes. I would see people sell them, and I always thought, you know, maybe what could you use them for? They are so dang skinny. But I have found that I really love them, so much so that, look, I'm carrying both of them in my bag. I have, you know, paper in one. I have my little card holder, my Gucci card holder in another. And that way I easily know, because the card holder is so slim, I know exactly where it is. But I'm thinking about doing a video about different ways you can utilize these, because people do sell them. And I feel like you can, there's a lot of versatility with them. So anyways, I just wanted to give you an idea of, you know, kind of the general difference between the MM and the GM. And also wanted to talk about a little bit about, you know, wear and tear, right? So it's going to be interesting because this is my first Damier Ebene in a long time. Actually, my first Louis Vuitton was a Speedy B35. But I didn't have it for too long. It was just way too big for me. I can't even believe I said that. It wasn't that it was too big in terms of size. It was just the bandolier and the Speedy in that size. It just didn't work. So one of the items on my list that I hope to get in the next couple of months is the Speedy B25. I'm so excited for that one. The person that I buy from has a consignment store. And she's looking out for that bag for me. I think I want it in a Damier Ebene, although I would probably take it in any print. So fingers crossed that I can get it in the condition that I want. So the Damier Ebene, I think, is a lot more sturdy, right, in terms of wear and tear. Now, I will say that this is a lot more stiff. So when I put it on my shoulder, at the beginning, it was kind of scratchy. It hurt. Now it's starting to soften as I've had it for a couple of months. It's gotten better, although you can see that it still stands up, so it's still pretty stiff, right? Whereas the vachetta on the MM is soft, right? And it's going to get softer a lot faster. So if you're looking for which print is better for you, you do want to consider that. The Ebene is going to be tougher. It's also worry-free, right? This I will consider when it's raining and will be careful with it. Although I not scotch guard them, I use Apple Rain Guard, and I have minimal problems. I'm not going to not bring my bag because it's raining, but if it is raining, I'll cover it up. And if it's a downpour, then I'll probably not use any of them. I'll probably just use my Longchamps. So just some things to think about, that the Azur and the Monogram have this vachetta, and you want to consider rain and wear and tear, which is a little different, but it is also softer, and they patina beautifully. This is always going to stay like this, but it is going to be harder, okay? So it's just a matter of kind of personal taste. So I thought I'd just give that to you quickly. I am going to bring back when I get my monogram, I'll talk about that and show you my Victorine and go over some possibilities on how to use these. I still have a favorites video that I want to put together of some products that I found that I think that you might like in terms of makeup, in terms of Audible books, because I am an Audible fan to the core, and I'll bring that to you next time. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up.